Do you guys see my screen? Because I don't see myself.
But
No.
do you see my screen now?
Yeah, we see Girt's screen now.
yeah,
I think
just,
because Girt's taking control of it, and
yeah,
then you
I
can
need
take.
I need the first one. We will all guys who is participate. We will record this our seminar, AIKO seminar, and or all of you microphones is off, our guests. But if you wanna have a question, there is a hand. Raise your hand up. We can interrupt in any time you like and answer any questions. Because Federico said that he liked questions, and okay, Richard, raise a hand. You have questions, Richard?
Nope.
Probably he's testing.
Testing.
Yes.
It's
But-
like you see, I raise a hand and I'm starting.
Yeah. No.
Okay, let's start, guys.
And
I think,
also before we start, feel free to write anything in the chat as well. We will keep track of it.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you don't feel comfortable speaking, then you can write in chat and we will get back to you with any questions you have.
okay, guys, welcome to our webinar in AIKO. Welcome, AIKO guests. AIKO is a good company. They will present themselves. I'm very shortly will present BayWa. Slides. BayWa is a 100 years old company operating in 3 segments: agriculture, energy, construction. We are in energy business and we call distribution business. BayWa located in Baltics after 2022 acquisition of Pro Electro. This was acquired by company in Riga, and we are located with central warehouse in Moskva Street 495. Anyone who is passing by roads, you can very warm welcome visit us. We have an office in Kaunas. This is a real picture from Kaunas near Tesla supercharger, and we have one representative in Vilnius. We are planning in this next month open office in Vilnius with one extra guy, plus we will take one more person in Kaunas office. That means we will have 4 people. In Estonia, Mr. Melis Ott also is here, and his office in Tallinn, and we are searching for one more new person. Our result last year, 20 million turnover, 1.6 EBIT. We are 16, 3 countries operating. Picture from our warehouse in Riga. We're putting shelves using 14-meter shelves, putting panels in, inverters in. Our aim is to be, how to say, relevant distributor in the Baltics, be number 1 in Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, reach 100 million turnover in 4 years. Expansion, this is our web shop. Web shop is more aggressive prices. Please use web shop. Its prices is better in web shop than you calling and asking prices managers. We will a little bit redesign it. At the moment look like this. We are eager in CNI battery business now. We have 2 people, and we are also eager to take part in utility scale business, big ones with different our suppliers. In BayWa we have Solar Planet, which you are also welcome to use it and make calculations. And this is our structure. BayWa is Crowley chief accountant. Damantas, who is in Kaunas, is the COO, helping with all business. Also under his control is Olex, but we changed a little bit structure from this year. Sandis is a sales manager, or we can say head of the sales on the Baltics, and all sales stuff is under his control. Then Kaspars is team leader of battery business, and Aigars Kalniņš is EPC engineer. Maris Kalniņš, Novategra expert. Evelina is our purchase lady, and Sergejs Vaginovs is our chief of warehouse and logistics. This is our company information. Please remember B2B shop, solarshop.baywa svitriņa.lv. That's from my side. That's all. I would like a few words. Let's start. How you see on screen. Let's start. Maybe Maris. Start with you. Your name, what you are doing, and what people. If anyone have some questions, what you can answer.
Yeah, my name is Maris. I'm responsible for Novategra and Baltics, and I'm ready to support you in mounting constructions on flat roofs, pitched roofs, for grounding too, but it's not for Novategra. And can teach you in Solar Planet for calculation. You can teach if you use AIKO panels combined with construction and get all what you need. Feel free to ask and contact me. Thanks.
Okay. Sandis.
Yeah, hello. My name is Sandis. I'm head of the sales of the Baltics team and take a part in the purchase. I'm responsible for the PV models because we are now only growing and yeah, we have many works to do. But yeah, if you have some questions about PV models. Or else you can feel free to text me all the time. You can see I think our emails is in a web shop. You can contact us for free in whenever time you want.
Okay, Kaspars is here. No,
Kaspars is not here.
Not here. Okay, Aigars, maybe you can tell a few words.
My name is Aigars. I am excited to share with you my role as a project manager for CNI and utility scale battery solution. And my primary objective is to drive successful project outcomes by working collaboratively with our clients to identify their specific project needs and goals. And
Thank you.
For us is a new, but
business area.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think Melis is. You want to sell something? Tell Melis from Estonia.
Yeah, of course. I see in the list a few Estonian guys, and I'm supporting Estonian market, and plus I'm responsible about the car charging system. Feel free to contact with me, Estonian customers. Thank you.
Okay, then we have Damantas, but I'm not see Damantas here. It's not Damantas. Okay. Then Andy from AIKO, responsible for Baltics, and Federico as a general European manager. And your turn.
Sandis, you had a question. You just raised the hand.
Yeah, Kaspars will join us in 1 minute. He can tell who is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's now joining.
Okay.
He is joining now or not?
Yeah, he's joining.
Okay, so we can wait a little bit, and while we wait for Kaspars, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us today, this morning, to get the education about AIKO Solar, since our brand is very well spreading in the whole world, in Europe especially, and we see a lot of demand in the Baltics as well. So my name is Andy Bubnys. I'm based locally. I'm based in Lithuania, Kaunas, and I'm the first contact point for AIKO PV modules in Baltics. We are working together with BayWa, promoting our brand. BayWa have our modules in their stock in Riga, so there would be a 1-day delivery in all Baltics if you would like to order it. And today our main goal is to give you basic training and allow you to understand what are the added values of AIKO modules and how your customers can on sometimes invest a little bit more, sometimes invest the same amount of money in project, but the outcome in return of electricity is completely different. And of course the different aesthetics, because the projects which have AIKO modules look completely different. So today we will spend like an hour or hour and a half exploring what AIKO is, what products we have, and what added values we have. Kaspars, do you want to introduce yourself? We're starting up.
Yeah, of course. Was busy in the warehouse, so a couple minutes late. My name is Kaspars Prūsis. I'm business development manager here at AIKO Solar Systems. My main responsibilities is battery storage systems, residential CNI and utility scale, which together with my colleague Igors, we are working on. Also, a little bit responsible for inverters as well. So multiple fields of expertise on my side.
Thank you, Kaspar. Thank you. So as I mentioned, I will be the first contact point for AIKO modules. And if you're approaching a project where you need to convince your customer, you can even involve me if needed. We can prepare a calculation or a simulation of how our modules would perform compared to competitors, and make sure to show and educate your customer how they can save some money on the project lifetime. And today with me, I have Federico. Federico, he's our technical solutions director for Europe, and he will be doing the webinar. And if you will have any questions, feel free to interrupt us at any time. We are here to have an let's say open discussion and to understand your needs, what your business needs, what your clients need, and we are here to support you 100%. So Federico, if you want to take over, thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is yes, is Federico Brunelli. I'm a Solution Europe Director. The Solution Department is the department aimed to provide education, training, and also supporting technical finance and analysis for our product. So let's say that we really like to be involved from the very beginning in project or also in evaluation, so that can help you to feel very confident discussing AIKO and AIKO values with your customers. I'm Italian. I'm based in southern Poland with office in Germany, traveling everywhere in Europe. But say we are very very close to each other. So in the next future with Andy, really I would like to meet you, and it will be really a pleasure to be more present from now in your area, guys. Now I'm going to say to turn off my camera and to turn on say to share the presentation. And yes, this is the basic presentation that we want to share with you, and we will share also let's say the PDF after this call. The target of this first training is to be aligned with AIKO values, with the information, the basic information with AIKO, the language also when we discuss, and for sure many clients are discussing, are let's say analyzing AIKO. They read a lot of information on the web, and so let's say that of course when you have any kind of question about the product, as mentioned by Andy, involve Andy at first, and also feel free to add me to the correspondence. We are usually very fast to provide let's say support. So obviously let's consider today with the let's say very first step in our common cooperation. AIKO, as you see here, we really aiming to redefine solar for carbon-free society. So the target of AIKO is to be really an important player in the market. And maybe is a new name for most of you, AIKO, as a PV module manufacturer, but we are a very large PV cells manufacturer. In our 15-year experience, we deliver more than 120 gigawatt of solar cells. We have in our group, in our company, more than 15,000 employees. 20% of them, more than 20%, are R&D, involved in R&D, working in 3 bases, including one in Germany. And nowadays we have something like 1,060 patent for the cells. And the revenue in 2022, it was more than 5 billion. Considering, let's say, the production capacity, we have 61, and we are growing because 25 gigawatt are for the PV modules with ABC. ABC is the all back contact, so it's a back contact technology that is going to be the topic of this presentation. And here, the path that bring us today. The company has been founded in 2009, and as you can see here, we have many steps that we introduced. As I said, we were introducing in the industry. We invented tubular PERC technology in 2016. Also, we defined the metrology for bifacial cells, and you see that there are something technologically very important and part of the standard that nowadays we are using in the industry. We are seeing in the in the product that every day you sell to your customer. And in 2020, we were the first one. The first company to introduce into mass production of 210 millimeter cells. So as you see here, we are really on the edge. We are closing, but we are very good at close the gap between the R&D and the mass production, and this is very important for the market. How fast you can introduce the technology, and how fast you can help the market to grow. In 2021, our ABC cells have been patented, and in the very next year launched worldwide, and we are in Europe from 2023. In in all Europe with a PV modules efficiency of 24. So, and maybe also you read recently that we have a new record of 25.15% for the module efficiency. That is the product that is already, let's say, testing for the very next future. In 24. As you see here, the cells efficiency is already 27. So really, really amazing delivery. We are, from the technical point of view, we are very glad that we are on the top. You know, guys, we are the product with very high quality. So obviously, we are not talking about the huge number that some competitors have, but it's not our target. Our target is as we are going to see, high quality, high aesthetics, and really to provide a high quality product in European market. Also, we are involved in carbon neutrality in Austria, and this is the first of such a kind of project that we want to develop in Europe. End-to-end industrial chain is a very important topic. We are, as I mentioned, we are very well known as a PV cells manufacturer, the second globally. We are now also well known as a PV modules manufacturer, but our owner has also participated. Our group is also participating in a company that are in raw material business. So let's say that we have really the knowledge about the process. We have really, we can also, when we have a certification about ESG, we really know what is going on, and we have also we can control product availability and the quality of the product. In the future, one-stop solution means that we want to provide all the material that are, all the components that are requested to build PV for residential. We are also going to introduce inverter for CNI solution. In Europe, I mentioned that we are in Europe from 2023. We have a European headquarter in Düsseldorf. We have also a solar lab laboratory in Fribourg, in the southern, and we are everywhere with the technical guys, with the solution guys, with the salesperson, and the logistics and marketing. So also we are everywhere. In let's say your region, let's say the region, let's say managed by Andy, is inside the Central and East Europe, and also let's say that the head of sales is based in Poland. So let's say that Poland is the reference market, reference country for a CEE team. Also, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm based in Poland too, and also the lady that is responsible for marketing. So let's say that we are very, very close to, say, customer all over Europe. The award, very important that from the very beginning of our let's say journey in Europe, we received several awards. That, for instance, the first one here that is shown on the left is the Red Dot Design Award. This it means that is an award related to the aesthetics of the PV models, about the quality of the design, and also this shows the commitment of AIKO about aesthetics. We are very, very focused about the high quality, but we know that high demanding customer, for high demanding customer is also very important aesthetics. So and also I think that you see you've seen the packaging of our PV models. We want to be, from the very beginning of your experience with AIKO, we want to give the feeling of high quality, and to show in every step what is our, let's say, our value. The Intersolar award is related to the PV model, the first PV model in the market to achieve 24% module efficiency, and the ESG is the latest one that we received from EUPD. And it was, let's say, for ESG transparency. So let's say that we have all the documentation available for ESG topics, and as a big manufacturer, we go through all this information, and this kind of requirement for us are very welcome for any project from your clients.
Here, Federico, we have a first question. Can we stop the video?
Yep.
Yeah. So we get the first question from Roland Sotra. I suggest Latvian person, and the question is, what makes AIKO better than other Chinese panels like J Solar, Jinko, Trina, and etc.? What would be the motivation in favor of AIKO? So basically, simply answering your question, Roland, this presentation is what will answer the question for you. But first of all, the difference is efficiency. So we have the #1 efficiency in the market compared to those companies, and not mentioning that all of them are our customers, because we produce PERC and TOPCon cells for them, which means we control what kind of components they use in their modules, and the technological difference in all back contact, which we use for our modules only, allow us to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of their products in terms of temperature coefficient, in terms of partial shading optimization, in terms of other technical aspects. So basically, our module is a little bit more advanced in all of the technical aspects, not mentioning the aesthetic difference, because if you are in office of BayWa anytime soon, any office, Kaunas, Riga, or Tallinn, feel free to ask the guys to show you the module, how our module looks like. So you will see the aesthetics difference, because the module looks like a big TV screen. And yeah, that's from my side. Do you have anything to add, Federico?
Yeah, I have the whole presentation for you guys to reply to this. But yeah, I really appreciate the question, and really appreciate how is the focus, of from your side. I want to say, before to show the rest of presentation, I want to give let's say just a few words about the product in general in the market. We are so lucky that we have a very mature industry. We have an amazing product in the market, something that we cannot expect just 10 years ago or 5 years ago. So also when people ask what is why AIKO, what say bring AIKO to the market, is really the target is to lead the innovation and to provide the best product on the market. So you will see that when we discuss about product, we say that I think that most of the the big brand obviously are bigger companies. They make big volume. They are reliable. So obviously we are our competition with the biggest player in the market. But we are going to show you in this presentation how we move from being a supplier of these companies, to be, let's say, another PV modules manufacturer, but with another market. We are not direct competitors of the brand that you mentioned. So it's more that we are at the highest level. Okay, so you can feel comfortable that for some customer, for some of your clients that want this kind of, let's say, big brand for big volume is okay, because we are a step more higher. Okay, so we are. Sorry. For instance, let me start again the video, and in the meantime, I can talk on. You see, here is the factory. We have one factory for ABC modules where we manufacture both the cells, so PV cells, and PV modules. This is the most advanced factory in the world. So if you are going to travel to China, please discuss, arrange, let's say, an appointment to visit, to pay a visit to our factory. And let's say, you see here the back contact technology is not a new concept in the industry. We well know, but is our back contact solution is really incredible. So there are many new features of the product. There are we can talk about high performance, and many, let's say, we are introducing step by step many new features that make really change the way that people design a PV system, and also can, let's say, estimate the profitability of PV system. Let's introduce, let's say, the scenario. So we have PV modules designed for residential, CNI, and utility. In residential, we talk about 54 cells, and for CNI and utility, 72. And here you see our range. Recently, in the just few months, we have the new name of the series, but to help you to memorize this short portfolio, remember that all our PV modules come with ABC N-type back contact cells. We have for residential 54 cells, and CNI and utility 72. And as you see here, we have for the residential, we have the full black and the white module. The full black can be with dual glass or with backsheet, and the white module can come with the black frame or aluminum frame. From our side, obviously, the full black, that also from the aesthetical point of view is the best one in the market, is for sure the best product that you can offer to your customer, to identify your proposal as a very high level, the highest level that you can share. From the other hand, you can see that the efficiency of the module, so the nominal power is really huge, because for residential, we are nowadays, we can offer between, let's say, something like 460, and in the very next future also more, and we are something like now we are producing between 455 and 465, okay? So in very short time, we can achieve 470. For CNI, we can offer now 625, and for dual glass, and 630 for backsheet. And the great news recently we launched is the bifacial for utility, that now is with 630, so but really soon 630, and with say bifaciality rate up to 70%. So also this is going to be discussed in this presentation. What I think that is good for you guys is that is a short portfolio. For instance, if you identify the full black as a solution for your customer, the product choose the dual glass or the backsheet one, and in the same in utility, maybe you can choose one product to use for all your project. And considering the features of the product, here we see nowadays our latest features. We have a higher power output that also can be described as a higher efficiency. Partial shading optimization is a new system that is available from generation 2, that generation 2 ABC cells that we will see, and also high temperature restriction that is strictly related to the partial shading. The better temperature coefficient is valid for every PV modules available, also the one that you have in your warehouse right now, and bifaciality for utility, as I already mentioned. Let's see let's see here the high power. The topic of say is easy to see that as we have all the contact on the back side, the front of the PV cells is let's say stop here. The power, sorry, the front of the PV cells is completely free from busbar, so there are more area available from to generate energy, and is possible to have also an optimization of the structure of the PV cell. So we have no dead layer on the front side. We can use also a better connection to be more to have a PV cells more efficient. For instance, also we have less, let's say, we have no interface area between bus bar and the rest of the cells. So let's say that the construction of the PV cells, as we see here, we do not have bus bar on the front. All connection are on the rear, and also we have 60% loss reduction for current transmission. So it's more effective. At the end, all these, say, the combination of these technical aspect, and also the passivation of the front, bring us to have more power. So if we see the residential PV modules is 175, 113, so pretty compact, and we have in average 30 watt peak more than industrial product, the average in the industry. In the 72 cells that we have for CNI is 50, and also 50 is for the utility. You see here that the 72 cells come with a little difference in height. This is why we have a M10 PV cells that is 182 for 188 in the so the residential and CNI, but it is 182, 192 for the utility scale product. You see here that 238, 113 is basically the gold standard for the utility. So most of the PV modules manufacturer are now selling and offering this kind of size. Also, in order to have a standard in the industry, facilitating designers and installers to design project. Worldwide commercial efficiency rate. This is issued by a third party, Taiyang News, and from the very beginning you find AIKO at the top of this list. This ranking is valid for all the PV modules that you have. So we are already, let's say, we are #1 for the 620 PV modules. But also, if you consider that 23.6 or 23.8 module efficiency for the residential PV modules, you see that also we are on the podium. So let's say that the gap between AIKO and the competitor is pretty huge. A comment from my side here, we see that we can see the module efficiency of the let's say the PV cells technology. You can see here back contact, then back contact. So back contact is really a technology leading this kind of let's say this topic about the module efficiency is chosen by many players as a PV cells technology that is going to lead the market in the next 5-10 years. And also take a look about the efficiency and the PV modules nominal power. Heterojunction PV modules can achieve this, let's say, the 23 module efficiency with panels very big. That obviously is easier. But if we consider our residential that can achieve a 23.8 with 460, obviously we are again at the very top with a low, let's say, with the residential PV models. Yeah, partial shading optimization. Let me see. Let me start the video and turn off the music. Is a very interesting features that is going to change, the approach for designers, and is available for Generation 2 PV modules with ABC Generation 2 cells. And the setup of this experiment is very easy. We have on left side we have ABC AIKO modules. On the right side the traditional modules. Each module is connected to a water pump, and here we see a little fountain. And now step by step, our colleagues are shading 2 PV cells. Obviously, we choose the position of of one cells on each string of the PV modules, and we see that the drop in voltage is very huge. I can go again for you. When we shading 2 cells, the drop in voltage for traditional modules is already big and very minimal for AIKO. Let's see with 4 cells. Let's see that AIKO still around 40, and the competitor is already 14. So we see here that the fontana reduced really a lot, and is going to be even more and more when we are going to cover 6 cells. You see here 0 voltage, so there is no power from these PV modules, and AIKO is still an excellent 35. And the last one is going to be to cover 12 cell. Exactly here. So we see that AIKO is still something like 29 volt. So we still have the fountain that is working, and we are still generating. So this provide you an understanding about this technology. Oops, sorry, it was about this technology, and what you can expect is an average of 30% more productivity from AIKO PV modules in this under this situation. And here we describe still turning off the music. We describe the effect. Let's stop here. You see here that in this situation we are simulating when 2 PV cells are shaded, and we see here that in AIKO PV cells, due to the characteristics of the PV cells, what we lose is only the PV cells covered by the obstacles. And in the traditional PV modules, we see that we are losing much more. And at the end, we are going to sorry, stop here. We see here that the bypass diode is going to be activated. So in AIKO, we lose only 2 cells in this case, and in traditional modules, we lose 1/3 of the PV modules. This is due to the breakdown voltage of the PV cells. So when the cells is covered, basically due to the low voltage breakdown value, the cells they say that we can say that is transparent to the circuit. So we are losing only the power of the PV cells or something more, but we are not activating, our modules are not activating the diode. And this is why we can provide these very interesting features. And the Fontana experiment is something that we are now using during the show, during fair exposition, in order to prove this in real situation. Consider, let's say, the orientative value of 30%. Obviously, it depends from each let's say situation. There are many different situations. We know that we have an impact. There are an impact when the PV modules is dirty, is covered, And we know we have many situations. The advantage of AIKO PV modules can achieve also 60%, 60%. But we know that you have to be more. We need to be say more precise and discuss the specific situation. Also from my side, I think that if we talk about 20-30% is already a very big advantage. We don't need to always to put ourselves say in the cherry picking situation, when we show, for instance, up to 60%. Also 20-30 is really huge. High temperature restriction is let's say an information related to the PV cells temperature after 1 hour of shading, as we see here in this video. What we see here is that the traditional TOPCon PV modules come to for 147, and the AIKO PV cells come to achieve 100 degree. Yeah, 100 degree. So they say that this is very important for the durability of the modules, and also give you more information about the quality of the cell. So the cell is really very effective. Microcrack resistance is a topic that is valid for all the modules in AIKO. We have a back contact cells where all the welding all the contact are on the back, so all the welding are provided on the back. So we see here that is how it looks the micro crack in this different situation, and the loss of energy due to the broken area in the cells. So let's say that the great advantage having developed a back contact cells is that yes, the welding is on a single side. We have no the Z type as a traditional one, so we were able to make very strong welding that make substantially zero risk of micro cracks. And again, to me is very important to show that there are a big investment in the PV technology. There is a big commitment, to provide a great product, but then we can see that there is really a lot of characteristics that make the cells very bring a great performance, and also strengthness. So they are very strong and reliable. The bus bar design is also designed to reduce, let's say, to reduce the loss of let's say energy. There are a characteristic called the carrier traveling distance. So obviously, using 20 bus bar on the back, it was possible to also make more efficient the cells from this point of view. Another important characteristics is the temperature coefficient. That basically, when we talk about the nominal power, we talk about the power that is tested as at the STC condition. So it means that the temperature of the PV cells is just 25 degree Celsius, and when we have a higher temperature of the PV cells, we have, let's say, a drop in the module power. The temperature coefficient on the Pmax, on the power max, nominal power, is exactly this value. So it describes what is the drop in power respect the increase of 1 Celsius degree. You can expect that in our area, because also I'm in Poland, I'm visiting Poland, we know that we can have very easily now, recent year, 30 degree temperature. And we see that at 30 degree temperature, we have a PV cells temperature of approximately 60 degree. And we see that due to the temperature coefficient, we have an advantage respect to the TOPCon technology of 1.4%. So we start from a nominal power where we have, in average, 7% more power than TOPCon. And in summer, when we have just 30 degree, we have another 1 point, let's say 1.5. So we move from 7% to 8.5%. So you see that all it is very clear. You can also make your math. How is the impact of these characteristics? Is yeah, on the right side you see the report made by an independent technical advisor, and our temperature coefficient on the Pmax has been classified as a higher score, so they have needed to update for the next testing the best, say for the benchmark, they are going to use our temperature coefficient. You know, from let's say let's say, let me know in the next few days if you can make a calculation with in this way. You can, if you can really get the let's say the value of this temperature coefficient, because it's a very interesting selling point for us. For utility models, we have bifaciality rate up to 70%, and here we see the advantage that we have in several scenarios. We have a utility on ground. We have also floating now more and more worldwide, and on foundation. And you can see here 4.7, 6.6, 6.3. Say, let's say in average 5, between 5 and 5.5. So very huge advantage. This is also in the productivity that we can go even further, and is you know, we see that we have many let's say advantages, and you can calculate for your project what is the advantage for the specific situation. But I think that now is pretty clear what are the advantage of AIKO. If we see for the if we discuss for the residential, for so the higher power, so we have also in restricted area we can install more power. The aesthetics is for sure very interesting for high demanding market as in Europe. Everywhere in Europe there are high demanding customer, and the aesthetic is part of the requirement, and obviously safety. We saw the low temperature, or the low hotspot temperature when the cells is covered. For CNI and utility, we discuss more. We can discuss even more about say financial aspect. So faster payback time, of course, but I will say lowest LCOE. So in both cases, they say the investor can evaluate levelized cost of electricity, so how much it costs each megawatt hour, so they can compare suddenly the value in the market and their value, so they can evaluate the benefit of the PV investment in the life cycle of the investment. Now we are going to go say in the scenarios analysis for residential, CNI, and utility. So Andy, please let me know if there are any question at now.
Yes, there are some questions. So before we go forward, Valentas was asking, do you have any calculations comparing your product and competitors?
Yeah, so we will see after in the scenario analysis.
Yeah, and Valentas, you can also contact after the webinar, and we can provide some calculations. We do it on weekly basis, and as I mentioned before the webinar, we can also prepare some calculation or simulation for you comparing different products if it helps you win a project. So we are always open to help. Another question we had was from Yanis, which is the official distributor of AIKO in Latvia? So the only official distributor of AIKO in Latvia we have is BayWa. And as I see, colleague Sandis provided a distribution authorization letter as already. Another question was, with AIKO PV modules, optimizers are not required. That would be a question for you, Federico.
Yeah. This is a very frequent question. Let's say that I think that is still necessary to work with module level electronics, so also with optimizer. Let's remember that yeah, for sure, AIKO is with the partial shading is introducing a very interesting features. is we are providing really a great advantage in production. But for instance, optimizer are not only for increasing performance. Also, is this kind of device is useful for monitoring at module level, okay, and also for safety. I would say that we are complementary with every kind of device, also including optimizer or microinverter, for instance. But still, if we look at monitoring, yes, safety, I would say that is still for some project as a design, the PV designer can also evaluate that are still necessary. Another comment on this is that nowadays the price of the PV, let's say, materials is so low that I think every investor can pay a little more to have more safety and to have more information about the state, how it works every modules, also in order to make a more effective maintenance of the product. I will say that it's more about the quality, and to also concerning the maintenance that very often is not so popular as a topic. A right maintenance can be very let's say profitable for the company. So understand how it is working every PV module, if there is any problems. For instance, now thinking about the quality. I can tell you that recently we received a positive test report for hail testing. So in the international standard, hail testing are made with hail of 25 millimeters in diameter, and we have the certification for 35. This is because when there are strong hailing, strong storm, there can be some, let's say, micro crack or the cell damage. So also, yes, for sure, it's better to have a PV modules tested with biggest hail, but also it's important to have a monitoring in the monitoring system that allow you to evaluate the performance of each modules. In particular, after a strong, severe storm or hailing, and this kind of situation.
Thank you, Federico. We have a couple more questions. People are just bombing with questions, so that's very good. It means that everybody is interested.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's go further. Are AIKO panels treated with anti-reflective coating, or is it not necessary?
Let's say that we is anti-reflective. Yes, of course, is I will say a standard in the market, and furthermore can be useful to know that we have also testing report for reflectivity for instance for installation in airport area or near airport area or other location that are with this parameter is requested. And so let's say that is something that as suggested by Andy before, if you can attach the PV modules, the AIKO PV modules by real, you will see also how is low reflectance and how can this product can fit in many let's say application.
Yeah, and also there are certification for it if needed.
Yep.
Another question, based on the module datasheets, the most efficient technology is heterojunction. Why is AIKO still not offering it? Heterojunction modules provide Pmax from 0.26 to 0.24% per Celsius, while AIKO only to 0.29. So I would like to stop here, and maybe you have an old data sheet because the Pmax that we offer is 0.26 as well for residential segment, and AIKO still has no bifacial modules. What is the reason for this?
Let's say that sorry, I have some problem listening because there are a lot of noise around me. Allow me to, let's say I'm going to the chat to read let me see the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Concerning now, I remember about the question about the bifacial. We do have bifacial now, so let's say that is something interesting. Let me see here, better to stop. let's say most efficient technology is ABC. So let's say if you look at module efficiency is not heterojunction. As AIKO, we have let's say in our laboratory we have I will say very robust knowledge of heterojunction. But heterojunction nowadays, you can see, is not the highest, let's say, performance in the market. This is something that from the module performance and also LCOE is not the most I would say generally effective. There is also from the productivity point of view is not so let's say successful. For a long time, some of our most important researchers they pushed for heterojunction, but at the end the conclusion was that is not so let's say is not achieving the level that it was expected. So at today, as we see, not only AIKO is investing in back contact, so it's something that more in the market is a back contact. Heterojunction on the PV on PV Max 24/6, 24. Yeah, we are. For instance, we have 20. We are 26. I think that if you see 29 in your data sheet is the an old data sheet. So let's say that Andy, please share with our audience the newest data sheet that is 26. And concerning also the power coefficient, also we made a lot of let's say analysis and comparison. In our modules are more effective, so the module efficiency is higher, and also if you compare the effect of temperature coefficient, our PV modules are also better. If you have, say, a specific product, heterojunction product that you want to evaluate, we can also, of course, make a new comparison, and we can investigate this case. Also, I love to say that all the market, all main manufacturers are working very hard to improve the product every week, so we can also see that everyone needs to improve constantly. Yeah, but bifacial models, as I mentioned before, we do have bifacial models. It was, let's say, it was under development, and now we can offer. Let's say that it was the reason that it was not available from the very beginning because the technology is pretty new. So we had to prioritize the characteristics and also, let's say, the production line to make the product available with a good volume. I mentioned before that we are achieving the 25 gigawatt capacity. So let's say that also remember that a new technology means also new machinery and a great investment, a very huge investment to make this technology available. I can go to the next one, 30 years warranty. Let's say that now we have with full black for residential we have a 25, and all our portfolio has a 30 years on performance. So let's say that I'm not a big fan of improve the warranty because I think that the most important, from the technical point of view, the most important is the performance. Okay, if there is something maybe at aesthetic level that is not affecting, I think that in 25 or also 15 years is enough to recognize it. I think that there is some risky here that we are moving in the industry too far with the warranty, because the customer are going, for instance, now to ask also for 40, right? I see one time a few months ago 50 years warranty. To be exist 5 years that give a 40 years warranty, so is not very, let's say, from my side relevant this aspect. Let's also remember that in most of the cases very long warranty come with some requirement, so it's also important to understand what are the requirements. Concerning service, we have technical guys in pre-sales, mid-sales, and after-sales. So we are absolutely and basically in Düsseldorf. And credit note, let's say this is something, Andy, for I think that for you is more about negotiating.
Yeah, so answering this question, it's more on let's say specific case by case review. So sometimes there is credit note. Sometimes if the project is stopped, then the new modules are sent. So it really depends on your needs. And as I said, we are identified as a premium manufacturer, which means that really we take care of it on a professional manner.
Yeah, an answer to Roland's about stand, we already have it. You can visit us on Moscow's 495 Riga. We already have a stand, so we have a silver model and a full black model. We can even send you like a small sample of AIKO model, how it looks like, but a small one.
Cool.
Yeah. You can. If this is for request, yeah, you can ask for us. We can do this. No problem. I think we can go on.
Yeah, and yeah, the demo, and here I see. Okay, here is I think again about warranty on 3030. I say that especially for government object. Okay, I think that is something that can be discussed at project level. So can be also the say in this case, please ask Andy. I'll say inform Andy about specific requirement. If you see that, for instance, in project for government buildings, if requested 3030, is possible to have an extension of warranty, and it will be possible. Yeah. Also, this is a good example that when you see our data sheet, is the data sheet that is valid everywhere in the world. And please consider that if when you have a specific requirement, that can be also, for instance, the cable length, right, or connectors. What else? Give a call to Andy, involve us, let us understand what are the requirement. Sometimes can be, for instance, as a very small project, but can be very relevant for your market or for your customer. So share with us your needs, and we will be very, very glad to cooperate and to define how to solve the request.
Yeah, Remigius,
Okay.
just to add to Federico, Remigius, it's also like project to project based. So if there is such need, we can address it, and if there is possibility, we can extend the warranty as per your expectations.
Yeah, and a little bit add to this government projects is that what we see that if there is a government project, they always ask the panel. About 99% they are asking about that panel must be produced in Europe. Probably this is another case, but yeah, you can check about what they asked there.
Yeah, and I see now the concerning the frameless. No, today as a standard models we do not have frameless panels. In my experience, they are very, say, delicate. So it's something that, say, I don't see issue from the PV modules manufacturer. I see more problems, issue with the installation, with fixing, and also maintenance of these say, with the frameless panels. Also in general, if you can let us know more which kind of request is related, so which kind of project, which kind of application, maybe we can also find a different solution. For instance, in several projects in Italy, it was asked the frameless because of the aesthetics, because the designer was thinking about let's say, yeah, how to fix on the roof or integrated roof, so we can also work in this way. Frameless better in winter condition. We should discuss this. I'm not sure. I think that if there is some more request, could be, for instance, we have in utility an optional, let's say, further, let's say, reinforcement concerning the encapsulation, and maybe it can be different. In general, to be honest, the frameless, as far as I know, is not really related to a better, let's say, behavior in winter condition. To be honest, but let's say take maybe. Yeah, maybe we can discuss this in next future. For modus, no problem from China. Using Chinese servers. Yeah, this is. I know that in yes, in East, in particular in East Europe and US is discussed about. Yeah, we discuss about safety and yeah, how, let's say, organization outside Europe can let's say turn off eventually the system. This is something, yeah, is obviously is related to inverters. I think that EPC and a company that can provide operation and maintenance can have a solution for this. From our side, we are PV modules manufacturer. We are not involved in this, but I will say that offline we can also discuss about this topic. Which other PV modules manufacturer utilize? Oh, the very big ones. Just an example. Before to join AIKO, I was in Trina. Trina is one of them. Jinko is one of them, and also others. So I will say that basically the biggest one in the past or also today they are working with AIKO.
Also, one of the local premium producers, Solitec, is a customer of AIKO, and 100% of their modules consist of AIKO cells.
Ah, wow, nice, great information. So I can let's say that I can use now I can back to use the presentation, because yeah, also there were the question about the calculation. And here we have a few, let's say, information about how we make the analysis. So let's say that there is for the residential we have several let's say topics that are the aesthetics, limited area, mainly in the roof, shading, and also safety. What we offer, we have our residential module is up to 2 square meter, power up to 470 now is possible, 23.6%. The degradation is up to 1% the first year and 0.35% from the second to the third year. The temperature coefficient we discussed at 0.26. Let's say that in first generation is not available the partial shading, but in the second generation, yes. But in all our product, micro crack resistance and aesthetics, especially for the full black, is absolutely okay. A comment about aesthetics. Also, if you have the white PV models with the black frame, is also very beautiful. And when it is installed in a pitched roof, is also the aesthetic is good. Obviously, the highest level, the highest quality, it comes with the full black. And here is, as you see here, a typical example of how we can evaluate, we can compare our product with other. We have a residential installation with in a typical situation. They said we try to with these cases we try to show a typical example that can be let's say shared with all Europe, but we can do for your client or with based on your input. We see here a comparison with PERC, and we have approximately 10% more power installed. We have a capex that, of course, is higher, and obviously we sell value, so it is clear that we can be more expensive. But we see here that we have a faster payback time, and if we see the accumulated net profit, we see that it's going to generate 15% more than 15% more, let's say, cash flow. So the PV installation is an investment, and is a successful investment in the long term. And for CNI, in many cases is similar because more and more our customers are demanding high power. They want to control BOS cost. So the BOS is all the devices that are requested for the installation except the PV modules. And yeah, also rooftop CNI has problem with the shading. And very important for CNI, operation and maintenance cost and difficulties. So let's see how we go with AIKO. Approximately 6% more power in the same area, 6% saving in BOS, partial shading for generation 2, but again, the characteristic of microcrack resistance and high temperature restriction. The PV modules, AIKO PV modules for the CNI is 2.3 meters high, and for all PV modules is 113 with the efficiency up to 23.9. Power degradation first year as usual, and also the from year to year by year. And what we have here is obviously aesthetics is not very considered for CNI, but microcrack resistance, of course. Again, generation 2 PV modules come with partial shading and high temperature restriction. Here the analysis of CNI. We see here again that we have in this case we have a 400K. We were able to install 10% more power. Again, higher capex, but we see here how it's go with the cash flow. So we are generating really a lot of money. In this case, based in Düsseldorf, Germany, we have in the lifetime 23% more. Is really huge. I think that and a comment on the CNI. Very often customer want to have to save the on the energy and electric energy bill, but also they want to control the price of the energy. So they know that installing, for instance, 440 kilowatt peak, they have a large amount of energy that the price is fixed, and they control this value. Very similar situation for utility. Even more we can discuss about limited land, because nowadays in many areas there are limited land availability. So also land classification, restricted or protected area. And there are in many cases we have a good connection grid capacity, but limited area. And the same, obviously, reducing BOS cost, operation and maintenance, and also guarantee the performance and high performance in every situation. We see here the PV modules that for utility is 2.38 in meters in height, and is 70% bifacial. Power on the front up to 640, 23.7 module efficiency, the degradation as we discussed before. For generation 2, the full package, let's say, of advantage. As I mentioned before, we have also an optional waterproof package where we have an improved encapsulation, anti-corrosion frame, and this is important for the installers, waterproof cap. So is a full package of solution that help the product to be more longer resistance and to avoid also a problem during operation. And for the LCOE, in the same area, we see here also the value that are huge, because 4% in some area can be also less, but let's say that usually we run between 3.5 and 4% advantage, and they are very big numbers. Yeah, so the presentation is completed. Let's see if there is others. Okay, our internal panel to large scale. Let's say that I can turn on my camera now, and I can also show this one. Is the sticker with the 35 millimeters hail. Let's say that also, yeah, we have a positive testing report with 35 millimeters. Obviously, it depends how large is the hail. Also in northern Italy, we had many last few years many events where the hail was so big as an orange, and in many areas the roof were devastated. So also the tile of the roof was broken. So nowadays we can say that the technology, for instance, of the glass, front glass, is improving. Also, to have a ABC cells, it helps because of micro crack resistance and better behavior under mechanical stress. But guys, remember that when the hail is something like an orange or a rugby ball, is very difficult to that PV models is going to resist. And I think that we answered everything here. So, guys, any other question? Glass models in the residential, yes. Glass models we do have is the full black that is available dual glass or with backsheet. Let me back to the presentation for you. Not in this way. It will be easier, faster to go here. Portfolio. In the portfolio here. Okay. So yes, this is the full black with dual glass. In this version, the PV cells is monofacial, but the PV modules is dual glass. So we have mechanical resistance and reliability, also better behavior, let's say, considering fire risk, but the PV modules is monofacial, dual glass. See? Okay. No, any question, any comment is very. Yeah, the presentation is will be shared with you by Andy after the meeting.
Yeah, it will be presentation will be shared. I think Richard, maybe you can answer where they can look. I think in our webpage probably.
Presentation will be available in our webpage, and also the link will be sent to all participants.
Yeah. I just wanted to add a little bit regarding the hail protection. So if there is any specific need from your customers, so contact your local salespeople from BayWa, and they will be able to provide you with certifications for the hail protection.
I also would like to add, everyone is welcome to visit our warehouse and office, and anytime working days from 8 to 5. And any questions maybe to Federico? Or...
a comment from London about Fronius inverter plus AIKO panels. I think that could be a good combination. A comment on this bring me some thought about also when you have a very nice installation, when you know that an installer is providing something nice. Let us know, because we are always looking to have feedback from our customer, or picture, or video that we can also use in our social media platform. So also we can advertise this cooperation with you and your customer. And very glad to do this with you.
I also can add Novategra and AIKO solutions on wall solutions. Looks amazing. This is a full black with a full black Novategra rails and full black panels. It's look very nice.
Yeah, the aesthetics is something that is very important for high demanding customer. Because many times we know that the customer asks for good product, but when they see something so beautiful, so black, so elegant, is even better. let's remember that yes, let's always keep in mind that customer, they are not very obviously in the market, right? They don't know how, sometimes they don't know how what to ask. Let's say, so we have to be there just to show the product and also the small sample of the AIKO models, to show how it is nowadays what is available in the market. So it's something that is real, they can order, and also the installer can offer something that is a higher level. And we want that also the installer have more margins or more profitability. So guys, we want to work in a better way and generate more money for everyone. Sometimes the people say, oh, you know, the Chinese, they keep the lowest price. This is not AIKO. We are not pushing the price in the market low. We want to keep a high price. And also nowadays, the average price is very low. So we don't need to go to the market and to offer something that is cheap. We need, on the opposite, to offer to the customer beautiful systems. Also, as I mentioned by Roland, also with high quality, also the inverters. So how we use good panels, good inverters, good communication, good the app for the monitoring, how the installer can also inform the customer about the quality of all the stuff, also the mounting system. Many times we know that people forget about the mounting system, but it's still very important. And another thing, I think that if we can schedule a meeting also with the AIKO van and meeting with the customer, where we can provide directly education for customer. I mean, sorry, installers. We can provide education. We can discuss about their need. And personally, I'm very interested to have feedback from installers. Sometimes we spend a lot of time discussing very complicated aspects or very new technology, and maybe they need something more easier, right? How to explain the comparison between AIKO and another PV modules, or how to explain many times about solar. What does it mean, solar, right? So very open to discuss this topic with you guys.
Yeah, and about this AIKO, when we will send out the exact dates, because we are now speaking for the exact dates when you can come to Riga, our warehouse, and look this AIKO models. There will be the one with the models what AIKO produce inside, yeah, and we have now maybe some burgers or coffee there, and you can look our warehouse, speak with our managers, but we tell exact date. We tell exact date, yeah, where it's be. Probably this is on the Andy. It's in April, I think, yeah, or I think in April.
So the preliminary date is April 15. We will be in Kaunas. April 16, 17, we will be in Latvia, Riga. And April 18, we will be in Estonia, Tallinn. So we are planning like a road trip to invite all of you to the BayWa's offices, where we will have a training and also a AIKO van, which is full of our equipment. So you will be able to not just hear, but also touch the products, how it look like in reality, and see the quality of it, and of course meet us in person as well. Because for us, we are not just supporting our customers, but we are actually creating like partnership. So we want to be part of your business and help you succeed as well.
There are question about the power.
Yeah, I see AIKO plus Novotegra solar walls. Oh, this is a solution that I don't know. So if we can get more information on this, I will be very, very interested. Which biggest power models you can offer for monofacial? 54. I think that we can go with 465, if I well remember the
470.
In the datasheet, yes, but I think that they can order 465.
I think I remember something like that. I think, and it's 460, yeah.
But we are moving, I think, already in 400.
465. You are correct, Federico.
Yeah. And for the 72, I think that we have for utility 60 625 or 630?
635 to be exact.
35.
Yes.
You are running very fast, guys. You see that? If you remember the table of 1 week ago, maybe you have to refresh it. It's great. It's really great.
So if it's not bifacial, it's 615, 615. If it is a bifacial module for utility scale project, it's 635, 635.
Good.
Yeah, so we have a couple more minutes. So if there are any more questions, feel free. If not, we will share with you the presentation. It was a pleasure to have you all here.
Can you switch on microphones for guests? Can you switch on?
For everyone.
Yeah, for everyone. Maybe somebody have a question, don't want to type.
Yeah, because someone now typing and you can speak. If anyone has questions, microphones will be on.
Yeah, if not, feel free to contact. We will be more than happy to help you and answer any question you have.
One more time, Novategra, if anyone don't know, it's a BIVAS brand produced under BIVAS supervisor, and this wall solutions is really beautiful. We have in Estonia some installations, yes, and prices is good, quality is good, and it's easy mounting. You put the lines, 2 lines, you put the panel in, and that's it. You are doing quickly, and especially for Finland, Estonia, also our countries, the grease is good for sun because sun is low in our countries.
Yeah, we have two quite big. I think it's for facets quite big projects in Estonia.
Yes.
Tallinn.
If no questions, I think we should say.
There is one more question. So when will there be a meeting in Riga with AIKO panels? Which date? So approximately it will be on the week of April 15 to 19. And in Riga we will be on April 16. It will be Tuesday, or April 17. It will be Wednesday, Roland. So we will send out the information. BayWa guys will get back to you on the exact date. It is still under discussion.
You can follow us on social media too. It's Facebook, LinkedIn. We are sharing all information about all of our activities there. If you don't want to check all the time our web shop, because in web shop is too, we have this all information. But if you follow us in the social networks, that'll be quite okay because to see
after
everything.
Meeting, log in web shop, write and search AIKO and go look prices. Prices is good for such efficiency and such good product. It's really good.
Yeah, and I want to add that we are the first BayWa entity who is allowed to work with AIKO, because it's not so easy to get new player in portfolio. But yeah, that's why we are now keeping only full black model on the stock. But you can ask all the time for other ones, because they have stocks in Europe too, and we can arrange fast delivery for utility scales, for CNI, for residentials. If there are any other requests, we can always deliver it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Federico. Thank you, Andy, and all our guys and our guests. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, and
Bye
also there will be a recording of the webinar. If you need to share with your colleagues, then no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.